Walmart is known as a low-cost retailer, but customers of some of the independent banks inside its outlets are among America's highest payers of bank fees. Ouch. WSJ's Mark Marimont has been investigating, and he has the details. He joins us now from Boston. Mark, thank you very much for being there.
Glad to be here, Simon.
So you did an investigation of what people are paying and the banking services that are located inside Walmart stores. These aren't Walmart banks. These are Walmart located banks. Tell us what you found.
Well, we looked at more than 6,700 banks in the U.S. and we kind of ranked them by fee income as a percentage of deposits. In other words, how much money people had in the bank and then how much they paid in fees. And it turns out that of the top 10 banks in the country in this ranking, in other words, the ones that collect the most fees as a percentage of deposit, 5 of them are the leading banks inside Walmart.
Okay, and we've got a full screen here, which is a great graphic looking at some of the banks that are inside Walmart, and there's 4 here with varying levels of branches. And now look at the last column, which is the average fees per account. The highest of those, $616 fees per account. That is a huge amount.
Yeah, the average fee that people pay in the country for their average checking or savings account, of course most fees are paid by checking account holders, but they don't break them out that way, is about $58. So when you're talking about fees of more than $600, that's a staggering amount. The other thing to note is that at a lot of these banks, these customers are not very wealthy on average. In fact, they're probably low to moderate income in a lot of cases. And so the balances they have, there's a bank on there called First Convenience Bank. Their customers on average keep in checking and savings accounts keep an average of only $1,100 in their accounts, which is about 1/8 of the amount that the typical person keeps in their account across the whole country. So it's just, you're talking about a lot more fees for people who have a lot less money. A lot of these people are among what
and there is a tiny silver lining here, or a very thin silver lining, is that these fees are less than people would pay for payday loans, right? I mean, I guess that's some consolation. Not much, but some.
Yes, that's correct. We actually talked to a woman who's standing in line at a Wood Forest Bank, and she needed $300 for a car repair that she didn't have. She used the overdraft protection at these banks, at one of these banks, and took out $300 that she didn't have, and it was going to be paid back with her next payday, which is coming in 12 days. So that was only about a 300% annual percentage rate, which is a little bit below what payday lenders charge. So she thought it was a pretty good deal. A lot of these customers think it's not a bad deal, but that's only in comparison to the sort of really bad deals that they can get at payday lenders. The question is whether most of the fees that are being collected by these banks inside Walmarts are actually through overdraft protection. The question is this really being applied properly? Because overdrafts typically are used as a kind of an occasional backstop, in case you make a mistake. But this has become kind of a chronic thing for a lot of people who just are living paycheck to paycheck and are essentially living off their overdraft balance and paying astronomical fees.
An interesting story and rather a sad story too. Thank you very much, Mark Marimont of the Wall Street Journal. We appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you, Simon.
I'm Simon Constable, and that's it.